Hi everyone, it's Mike here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's time for a brand new mission inspiration over in our Mission Inspiration Facebook group, and it's time for May, the beginning of May already. So let me turn over to my overhead camera. I'll show you the prompts for the month of May and what I'm going to do in my art journal based on those prompts. So this is your prompt sheet for the month of May. So your theme, as you can see, is bloom and flourish. So full blooms, beauty, abundance, and celebrating growth. Ideas for pages are vibrant gardens, greenery, bees, sunshine, and florals everywhere. And your ingredients to include your random ingredients, mind you, are a woman, junk mail, patterned papers, the colour pink, and swirls. There we go. So this is going to be the page that I'm going to be working on in my 2025 Mission Inspiration Journal. All my previous months are there. So there we go. So let's look at the first one. So I've got pattern papers and pink. So I'm going to delve into my masterboard pad. So this is the masterboards, mixed media art papers. They're 170 GSM. That's £115 in weight if you're across the pond. And they are just been perfect starters for pages. So, and one of these pages is a pink, or has a pinkish background to it, which is this one, which I've already torn out. So this is going to be the basis, the base page that I want to use. So what I need to do is just grab a pencil. I'm going to leave a nice little white border all the way around. And I'm just going to make a mark on my page there. Grab one of my paper trimmers. Now, this is the first Mission Inspiration in the art shed. So I'm still trying to find where I've put everything. I've tidied up and put things away, which is absolutely fatal, as I'm sure everybody understands and knows. So let's just take that down to the bottom there. Let's bring that into shot so everybody can see what I'm doing. Don't want that, so we'll take that off there, keep that to one side, and then that was the mark there for the other side of the paper. Done, 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 done. There we go, it's done. Right, so let's bring that in. So that's now going to give us a real nice little border all the way around the page. So I could put paint on, and I could go through the process of adding paint through a stencil to get this kind of effect here, which we will do in a minute, but this is already done. So why not? Absolutely fantastic. Time savers. I'm not saying that I'm never going to do these kind of pages again because I've got these masterboards, but they are definite time savers if you want to create an art journal page and you don't want to take all your masses of paints and stuff away with you anywhere, or if you haven't got a huge amount of time to create something but you want to get something down in your journal, and these are ideal for it. Absolutely fantastic, because all you have to do is just stick them down and there you go, you're away. Already you've got a page with loads and loads of interest. So this stencil pattern here, if you're interested, actually is a real stencil. It's this one, and all I did was just squidge it down when I was creating the page, just digitally. I just squidged it down when I was layering all the images for these pages. This stencil is called Blobby. It's a brand new one. It's only just gone on the website this week, so if you're interested in that one, then it's there. There will be a clickable link below the video to this stencil if you're interested. I'm falling over my own words today, and I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's because it's been very, very hot today here in the UK. Absolutely roasting hot. And I'm doing this on Wednesday the 30th because the rest of the week is going to be kind of busy. When you've got two aged parents that take up a lot of your time looking after them, you'll understand why. Yeah, they're kind of needy, but not overly, if you know what I mean. But they do need quite a lot of attention. I've just literally had to go and help Dad change the bedding on the bed because Mum couldn't do it with him. Because the back was hurting, but that's just the sort of thing that happens. But anyway, right, so bloom and flourish. So I am going to bring in this stencil again. We've got some of that white in the background there, but I want to add just a little bit more, just around the page, just to add a bit more visual interest. And we do need to add something just to break up that background a little bit, I think. So let me just grab my white gesso from my tub. By saying grab it, I mean I'm going to have to go and find it because I don't know what I've done with it because everything's been tidied away, as is the case. And I'll be right back. All right, so after a fruitless search, I can't find any white gesso anywhere. I can find black, but not white. So I'm wondering whether somebody's borrowed it. So I've gone for the next best thing. I've got light buttermilk here from Deco Americana. This will be fine. This will do just the job. I'm just going to put a little bit on my plastic mat here, and I've got one of these little sponge dauber things, and I'm just going to work the paint into the dauber. That'll do, and then just spound something down. Just like that. So we're just adding in a little bit more texture. And we'll just pound something down a bit. There we go. Just to add a little bit more visual interest. See, it's lovely. And then we'll just get a little bit over here. And because we're only putting it on thin, it will dry fairly quickly. There we go. We'll just blend it into what's already there. So it'll just disappear off into the background. Just like that. Hey, love it. All right, so I'll put that to one side, ready for washing, and I'll just clear up this little bit of mess. Haven't used these mats for a long time. I'd forgotten I had them. But there you go. Right, so I'll just give that a quick dry off. It will dry really quickly because it is uncoated cardstock, and it will soak in and it will dry very, very quickly, but just for the purposes of the video. Alrighty then, so already we have pink and pattern papers as our ingredients. So now what we need to do is to incorporate some other bits and pieces in here. So I've got some more pattern paper. Now I like the idea of the flowers and the bees. So I've got this piece of ephemera paper that I got sent by somebody in Happy Mail. Love that. Love it. Just love the bee, and I love the flower. And that's going to go down into the background. And yet it was already cut like this, look, like it'd been ripped or torn. Perfect, I suppose, for a page in a junk journal or something like that. Love it. So that's going to go down just to one side, like so. I'm hoping that's fairly straight. It's asking a lot with me. Nice. Like it a lot. All right, so we've now got bees there, and we've got flowers and florals. So we're getting quite a lot in already. So we need to add woman. So I've gone into my Tim Holtz paper dolls. So this one is, it is shiny. You can see, yeah. I can dull it down, but at the moment, I can't find my matte medium. It's still in one of those boxes that I haven't unpacked yet. So I'm trying not to unpack everything because I know I'm going to have to empty the art room again to have all the insulation done ready for winter. But, you know, I might just have to bite the bullet and just do it. So I'll just give that a little bit of a push down. She looks like a busy woman, doesn't she? She looks like a suffragette. Love it. Love that. Love it. All right, so next we want to add, what else is there? So we've got woman. So swirls. Now then, I jumped into my collection of carte noir art shapes. So these are black cardstock. So these are the flourishes or swirls, can't remember which ones they are, but they are black on one side, white on the other. So you can add colour over the top if you want to and coordinate it, and you get 2 of these swirls in the sheet. So again, these are available on my website as well, in the carte noir section. There are other shapes in there as well, so have a look, see if there's anything that takes your fancy. And that I'm going to add as a beautiful little accent there, but we don't want just white, do we? No, we don't. So I'm going to just put that to one side and bring back that spouncer, and I've got a little bit of that buttermilk still left in my tub. Now somewhere I've got a brand new set of Amsterdam acrylics, a brand new set, totally unopened, that I haven't touched yet. I know, I don't know where they are either. So I'm just going to go over just to knock that white back a little bit. And because I'm going up and down, I'm not contaminating the edges, so you're going to get that darkish edge as well. You could, if you wanted, go a bit heavy-handed. Come on, please tell me there's more paint left. Whew, I got for that. Whew, I knew there was just enough left, I think, just enough left. It probably had to force me to go and find the other, the Titan buff in the Amsterdam acrylic paint. But what I want to try and do is I want to just add a little bit of pink into this as well. So I might just have to go and grab another one of the Deco Art paints, and we'll just add a little bit of that into it. There we go, that just takes that stark whiteness off. Now if I flip this over onto the black side, I'll show you just how well the paint also covers on that dark side. And I'm not putting a lot on, so you could very easily, if you wanted that particular side, that particular shape, that direction of Flourish, you could very easily just go over that with your gesso or your paint. Right, let's grab some pink and I'll be right back. Okay, so I don't want a stark pink or a bubblegum pink or anything like that. I want something which is a bit lighter, a bit more dusky. So I've gone for the coral shell. So I'm hoping that you can see that. And I'm just going to go straight in with that spouncer, just mix it. And then we're just going to go around just randomly, just adding in a bit of that colour here and there, just to take away just that blandness of that stark. Well, it's not really stark, is it? It's cream, but just to soften it. There we go. It just takes away that bland kind of single layer, monotone colour, if you like. Grab a wet wipe. Of course, they've all come out. And then just clear away that. So if you're wondering what I'm using, what this mat is, it's a just an acrylic kind of baking mat, like a kitchen mat. Not heat resistant, but you can, you know, put paint on it and wipe it down. I've got quite a few of them. I just got them for the kitchen. And then they ended up here in my craft room, as that kind of thing usually happens. Right, so, in fact, let's flip that over because that's the dry side. All right, so let's bring in that swirl. See what I mean now about it just kind of blending in a little bit better. All right, so we want to position it about there, but before we do that, I want to add in a little bit more of those blooms. So I've got these two flowers that are from one of the Tim Holtz botanicals, I think, and I'm going to layer these in and around that Flourish. And again, these have got a white shine on them, which I'm not super fond of, but if I want to later on, I can come in with some matte medium when I found it. I'm putting glue on there, look, I've not even stuck this down. When I found it, and I can go over with one of those little daubers and just add some matte medium onto that shine, and it will get rid of it for me. It'll dull it back down again. These Carte Noir art shapes, by the way, are 1,500 microns thick, which in real terms, they're about 1.5 centimetres, 1.5 millimetres, good grief, in thickness. So they are kind of sturdy. Of course, they are cut with my laser. So let's bring that there, and I want that one about here. I just want it to, there we go, just to kind of soften that line. Now the die cutting on these isn't wonderful, Mr. Holtz. You know, quality control and all. Sorry, there's a pigeon running around the top of the art shed. They use it as a landing pad. Little monkeys. There we go. Yeah, and the die cutting isn't exactly wonderful, which is why I stopped buying them. Some of the die cutting is okay, but most of the stuff that I've bought from the Tim Holtz ideology, the ephemera stuff, the die cutting's been awful. So, yes, I stopped buying it. Right, so next, what do we need to do? We've added the swirls now, look. Right, junk mail. It says junk mail. I'm not going to use any. Like I said, there are random ingredients to include, but you don't have to include everything. You don't have to include everything all the time. I've said this many, many times. So don't if you don't want to. So what I've done is I've printed off a quote. And I thought, seeing as the actual theme itself is bloom and flourish, let's use a quote that has both of those words incorporated into it. So let's just cut these out. I've done just printed it off on my inkjet printer, which we bought because I needed a scanner. and our old WF, whatever it was, the Epson Workforce printer, had been covered in sawdust in the garage and stopped working. So, and I needed a new scanner so we could scan documents for when we were selling the house. And I'm just going to quickly add just a little bit of that coral paint just to the edges. There's still enough on the sponge just to allow me just to soften those edges there. Yeah, so we bought a new HP inkjet printer. One of these AirPrint ones. And it's awful. It's a complete waste of money. Anyway, we bought it for this scanner, which is, you know, it served its purpose. We had to scan identification, passports and ID and that kind of stuff. It's all part and parcel of these anti-money laundering laws that we have in the UK, where literally you can't sneeze without proving your identity these days. It's ridiculous. I mean, it must be a huge problem for the government if they think that, you know, there's so much money that's going through people's hands without people paying tax on it. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I mean, you don't pay tax on equity and selling your house anyway. It's one of the things that you don't pay tax on. Right. All right, so like I said, there was enough there for me to be able to do this. Right, so the quote is, "To bloom is to awaken, but to flourish is to thrive." That's the quote. And underneath, "Both require courage," which I thought was quite good. Not sure where the quote originates from. So I can't give it an attribution. I've got a stash of, well, I say a stash, it's a book. It's a small notebook, and whenever I find a quote or a phrase that I like, I'll write it in so that if ever I need one, but it's in like alphabetical order. So in my book, it's under both B for bloom and F for flourish. So I wrote it in twice. I suppose I should have also written it in under C for courage and T for thrive. But that's just getting ridiculous. Okay, so where are we? So apart from, so we've got celebrating growth, and we've got florals, and we've got women, and we've got pink, and we've got swirls, and we've got pattern paper, and we've got bees. And I think that is mission accomplished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, now do I normally sign these? I do normally sign them, so let's do it again then, let's sign it. So we'll do it here. So I write my initials MDA and put it in my little block reserve, and we put today's date, which is the 30th of April 25, and there we go. I'd say mission accomplished. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me create this art journal page. It's mixed media, it's got paint, it's got collage, you know, so you can class it as mixed media. Yeah, this mixed media collaged art journal page for the month of May. Don't forget, if you want to join us over in our Mission Inspiration Facebook group, then on screen now you'll see the URL for the Facebook group. All you have to do is pop along there and ask to join. There will be a clickable link, another link underneath the video to the Mission Inspiration Facebook group. So all you have to do is just click that link, pop across and ask to join. And then you can join in and share what you create based on the prompts for this year. So also, don't forget, if you enjoyed what you've seen, please remember to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to also click that notification bell subscribe if you haven't already, but click the bell to make sure you get notifications when I upload another video. You can tell it's been a while since I've done this, can't you? I've forgotten my spiel. So anyway, there we go. So that's my mission inspiration for May. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget, you can access your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. There's a link in the description area below. Thank you.